Greetings. This is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. And today we're going to just have a brief discussion. We're going to talk about the importance of the four elements, what that means in relation to the universal mind. Okay, so the reason I keep repeating certain subjects in my videos is because these specific subjects are, from what I've found, the most important and most effective. Okay, no matter what tradition or path that you follow, you're gonna find the four elements. Okay, there's a reason for this. All right. For most of us coming from a Judeo-Christian perspective, it's a lot better to relate these four elements to the Hayoth, right? These angels that I've spoken about in my previous videos. Most of the time, I make videos about demons and evoking demonic spirits, and it probably seems random that I might make a video or two or three about these classes of angels. Well, I guess to tie all that together, no matter who you are or what you do, you've got these four angels at the four cardinal points. Raphael in front of you, Michael on your right hand, Gabriel got your back, and Uriel on your left. Everybody has that. Now, depending on your level of spirituality, either they're just there and you're just living life, being pulled to and fro by the energy, or you're awakened and you're learning how to control these energies to create what you want. Okay, let's clarify this a little bit more. Follow me. The universal mind. So far, if you've seen any of my videos, I need you to go ahead and buy this book off of Amazon. It's called The Kabbalion. If you don't have it already, it includes the 7 Hermetic principles, all right? The basic rules that govern reality. Go ahead and get that. But in this book, it speaks about the mind. And one of the most important rules of those 7 is the mind is all. The universe is mental. What does that mean? Well, think about it. The mind, we all exist within the mind of the all, right? You're coming from religion, so you're going to call that God. Everyone moves and has their being in God, right? This universal mind is the spiritual soul energy that connects everybody, okay? We've all got a conscious mind, and in this conscious mind lies the ego and the personality and who you think you are, how you dress, what you like to eat, your favorite music, the gossip of the day. This is all fun for the ego, and this is actually attached to the enemy, but we'll get to this a little bit later. Behind the ego lies the sleeping power of the subconscious mind. Because the subconscious mind is the pure manifestation of God energy that everyone is equipped with. A lot of us hear and talk about melanin, right? And the power of melanin and how we can do this and that and the third because we got melanin. Well, if you take what you have heard and believed about what people are saying about melanin, it sounds a whole lot like the subconscious mind, okay? Just saying. But anyways, subconscious minds are all connected. It's like this big force, and everyone's just like a little finger sticking out of it, right? But we're all attached to the hand being the subconscious mind. That's why when you really tap into the subconscious mind, you can do things like read other people's thoughts and do astral travel and dream work and influence people through their dreams, right? That's why you can contact spirits within you and send them to affect other people, and it happens even from miles away across different countries. How is this possible? Because we're all connected through the subconscious mind. Now, the four elements. The best way that I've read to really describe how the four elements work is, imagine you've got the ingredients of like flour, eggs, milk, and sugar, right? Depending on how much of what and what combination and what, formula you use, you can make a lot of different sweet recipes. You know what I'm saying? You can make pancakes, regular cakes, pastries, and all types of things just using 4 ingredients. Okay, so that metaphor is how the subconscious mind creates change in the physical world. It uses the energies of the 4 elements. Remember, I said in a previous video, it's not exactly fire, water, air, and earth, but it's the qualities that these 4 elements represent. The hardness, fluidity, dispersing, coming together, activity, inertness. Different combinations of these energies produce everything that is in this reality. Essentially, there's 2 things. There's inert and dead matter, and there's life force that activates that matter. Everything that you see has some degree of life force in it, and the type of vibration of that life force determines what that thing is. So when you study working with spirits, this is the raw energy of that life force, and you can apply it to a certain subject matter or a certain situation to cause a certain effect. All right? So the 4 elements essentially represent the ingredients of creation. That's why when you read the Bible, you see that God on his throne is surrounded by the 4 living creatures, singing, "Holy, holy, holy is the Most High God." Because the energy of the subconscious mind uses those 4 angels as his hands to make change in the world. The most recent symbolism of that I saw is the Travis Scott video, "Stop Trying to Be God." Stop trying to be God. Yeah, where it shows, Jesus in the clouds surrounded with 4 females. There's a reason for this. This is why Apocalypse in the X-Men movie had the 4 horsemen, right? Why Thanos in the Avengers had his 4 homies. It's representation of this Yaldabaoth character that you've heard Bobby Hemmett speak about, right? Yahweh and his 4, I want to say henchmen, but that sounds a little bit derogatory and negative. The 4 active powers that he utilizes to make change in the universe. But here's the thing. Not only does this energy represent a separate, deity, it also represents you, because that is how you create change, by utilizing the energy of the 4 elements. Now, you don't have to know all the ingredients and all the different formulas to create this, that, and a third. Your subconscious mind already understands this, because your subconscious mind has been here long before your ego has. You adopted an ego. You learned how to be you as the time went on. When you came into this world as a baby, you were pure subconscious mind. And whatever went in is what became. So you don't have to know specifically how to create a partner or more money or a new car, new house, new job. You don't have to know the formula. What you do have to know is, what are you going to use as a symbol to convince that subconscious mind to create what you want? Because the ego's job is the ultimate cock block. No, this ain't gonna work. No, we can't do that. Man, this ain't real. Man, just turn on the sports game. Let's just watch sports instead. Don't worry about all that. That's what the ego does. The purpose of magic and ritual is to use symbols to bypass the ego and send a message directly to the subconscious mind. And once you're able to do that, the subconscious mind picks up and does what you've asked it to do. Okay, the subconscious mind does not say no. It says yes. Okay, and you got to understand that. When you're working with magic, you're trying to speak to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind always says yes. So anyways, doubt kills the result. That's why you can't have any doubt. Just believe that it's going to work. Why would you even waste your time doing a ritual burning a candle, you know what I'm saying, spending your time meditating, listening to binaural beats and reading. Why would you do all that if you are just going to sit here and doubt it away? I know it takes time. I know it takes time to get a hold of your thoughts. But when you feel those negative thoughts creeping in, realize that that is the ego. And it's the ego's job to convince you that what you're doing isn't going to work. So just on that note, pay attention here. There's multiple spirits at work. You've got this part of you that's telling you, hey, don't do this. Who's that voice talking to? That's the real you. That's proof that you are not the ego. I'm just saying. Trinity. Ego, subconscious mind, and the one who is the active principle between them both. Anyways, when you do the ritual, the point is to get the message to the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind, in turn, it's like a magnet. It pulls the result to you through your life, and it makes it to you through the easiest channel. Okay? So, if you're looking at getting a new car, you want to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time. You know, take the time out to go visit a car shop just to look around. Look on Facebook, the little yard sales they have where they're selling cars. Just do something a little bit out of the ordinary to put yourself out there, to make yourself available. And you'll find that the subconscious mind is going to present things to you. All right? It's pulling things into you. It's using those four elements to produce a result and bring it to you. So this is what we're talking about when I'm talking about the angels, the four angels that surround everybody, the Hayoth. It represents the four elements of creation, the four principles that make reality, that make change. Okay? When you're working with these angels, it's not like, oh, I bow down to you, oh, I worship you. You got to understand that these are components of a machine. And the same thing goes for these demonic spirits. Okay? They are just energies that you utilize to create something new in your life. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing outlandish. This is science. This is technology. And it is this simple. It really is. If you don't believe it, it's not going to work. If you got doubt, it's not going to work. Here's the real purpose of study. Okay, when you get books like the Kabbalion, you know what I'm saying, you get books like Basic Magic, you know what I'm saying, you get encyclopedias of different spirits, you know what I'm saying, you get Brother Panic's book, The Origin of Occult Civilization. The reason we're doing this is so that you can convince your ego, hey man, this stuff is real, I know what I'm doing, just let it work, just try it out. Okay, because if you stay in these books and you study, your conscious mind, your ego, has no choice but to say, all right, well, I guess if I'm seeing this repetitiously through these videos and through these books, maybe there's something to it. The conscious mind is the skeptic. Okay, that's why we study. Because and it also gives the subconscious mind and the four elements more avenues and paths into your life. This is why each one of, say, the Goetia spirits have a number and an element. Because if you're working with a certain spirit, you're going to start seeing numbers appear over and over. Right? All right, George. Extensively working with Sitri, for example, the 12th spirit of the Goetia, if I just chant his in, right? Larash, Alora, Varahe, Sitri, right? The number 12 starts popping up everywhere, right? I start seeing things in leopard print because he manifests as a leopard, right? If you study, you start to see the correspondences, right? And this is convincing your ego and your conscious mind, hey, there might be something to this, right? It's one thing to break through and convince the subconscious mind, but it's a whole nother level when your conscious mind is on board with the program. This is why you need to study. Because the conscious mind, his job is to block you. And he's going to continue. He still tries to block me all the time. But the more study and the more work that you put in, it makes the job easier. Right? You're able to recognize the signs easier. You're able to recognize when the spirit is talking to you, when the angels are talking to you, when you're having progress, right? Look, we have entered a new time period, okay? We're returning to the way it was back in Kemet, okay? When the mainstream, when the majority of the population had a direct connection to the subconscious mind, and everybody utilized it to create great things. Okay, imagine that. Imagine a world where everybody in your community is self-empowered. No victims. Whatever they want, they set out and they get it. Everybody, nobody's lacking, right? A beautiful country creating monuments that last through time. The only way that was done is by a whole country, a whole nation of people who were in touch with their souls. We're returning to that. The more people that understand the power of the subconscious mind, the power of melanin, the power of this technology of magic, it's contagious. It's contagious. Each one teach one, they say. Whatever. But I see, in the comments and in the Facebook group and things like that, people are understanding and catching on so much faster, right? It's because we're all born with it. We all know it. And our subconscious mind is screaming out, hey, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's time. It really is time. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all for watching this video and all these videos, for putting in the work, reading the books, Support people out there that are making these videos, that are actually saying something meaningful now, not just somebody that's trying to get some shine. But go out there and support, these people who are spreading the word, because they're doing God's work, essentially. Sharing the truth. Right? I don't want to say too much. But understand that all the subconscious minds are connected, and each one of us has built-in 72 demon spirits in the pineal gland and 4 very powerful angels that stand at each cardinal point. Angels means messenger, but it also comes from the word angle, because each of these 4 angels of the Hayoth represent one of the cardinal elements: north, south, east, and west. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. I'll see y'all next time. Join the Facebook group. It's called the Magus Society. Come on in there. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with the requests, but I'm getting to them as quickly as possible. But once you do get in the group, go ahead. Talk about your experiences. Share with the group. Ask questions. This is a place for all of us to come together and build. Okay? The Magus Society. So yeah, this is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. And peace.